Hi, this is Jeremy Burgess, the Detroit market expert from Urban Detroit Wholesalers, and welcome to another episode of Detroit Investor TV. First, I want to apologize. It's been about 2 months since I've done an episode. I actually got really sick. I'm talking about like sick. I haven't been that sick since I was a kid. I was down for a little over 2 weeks. It was pretty bad. And also, the purpose of the video and what I want to talk about, cat hair, sorry, that's what happens when you have 7 cats and 3 dogs, is the amount of time I've been spending with Section 8. So I know I've gone over Section 8 again, and it's official. I made the decision last week. I am no longer doing Section 8. I have about a dozen properties, some of my own, some of my clients, and we are continually having problems with them. Either inconsistent paying, some we haven't got paid in 6 or 7 months, some we were getting paid and they stopped paying, and I think like I had 2 situations that were literally like the final nail in the coffin. I had a tenant who didn't call the property manager, but their basement backed up, which is pretty common here. We get a lot of rain in the spring. And rather than call the property manager and tell them so we can go out and take care of it, decided to complain to Section 8. They never answer the phone, at least Detroit Housing Commission. They never answer the phone, and rarely do they answer email. They actually called and threatened my property manager and said, I see here you haven't been paid in 6 months. We're going to do an emergency inspection in 24 hours, and if it's not fixed, you're not getting any of your money, which obviously is pretty unfair. You can't drive by every single house, every single day, knocking on the door. Hey, Mr. Tenant. Hey, Mrs. Tenant. How's your house today? That doesn't happen. Good news is we got it taken care of, passed the inspection, everything was good. But they actually threatened me with all the back pay, or even if I had done, let's say I had done something wrong here, which I hadn't, they were going to hold all the months that I had done good and done very well, exactly what I'm supposed to according to the HAP contract, and use that and take that away from me. Also, I had a full voucher, $820. I probably never would have let these people in, but it's a full $820 voucher. If they didn't have that voucher, I don't let them in my property. And first of all, it took 5 months to get paid. And then after they paid me, they screwed me out of 2 months because apparently there was an inspector who got bribed. So all the inspections he did had to be redone. So technically I didn't have a qualifying inspection. So even though I had a signed lease and I moved him in because of something that had nothing to do with me, those 2 months didn't count, but whatever. So I got my other 3 months. And then out of the blue, they sent a notice saying they're reducing the payment that they're gonna pay from $820 to 0. 1 month notice from $820 to 0, and now the tenant has to come up with everything. We'll see how that goes. I'll keep you up to date on that. So there are plenty of people, other wholesalers in Detroit, who and investors are going to tell you that Section 8 is just this amazing thing, and sometimes it does work and it goes smoothly. But I've had so many issues with it now. I'm officially done. They can have that market. I spent hours and hours and hours and hours trying to fix these things, and by the time they get them fixed, it's time to renew the frickin' lease. So I'm officially done. There's some other videos on here on Section 8 if you want to know exactly how it works. I will make one exception on Section 8. If it's a state-run agency like MSHDA, Michigan State Housing Authority, they are very good and very easy to work with. It's a dream. There's not too many of those vouchers out there. Everybody else, done. I'm done with you. Plus, on a side note, we have a new governor, Governor Snyder, and I've already taken a look at the bill that he got it passed through the House. We'll see what happens. Probably not going to go through. It's very aggressive. He is attacking social welfare very aggressively. I'm not saying good or bad. I'm not passing judgment on it, even though I think it's a long time coming. But it's going to happen. And it's not going to be as bad as this bill, which is something like 75% of it's getting cut. But the reality is the state of Michigan has a huge budget deficit, enormous budget deficit. I don't care if you're liberal or conservative, what you think. everybody's getting cut across the board. It's going to be deep. It's going to be hurt. And I think a lot of the state stuff, not the federal stuff, is going to be cut. And everybody who thinks Section 8 is this wonderful thing, you're going to have a bunch of empty houses. So prepare. Anyway, I really appreciate your attention. Once again, I apologize for not getting a video out for almost 2 months, but here you go. Plenty more to come. Once again, my name is Jeremy Burgess, the Detroit Market Expert, and thank you for watching Detroit Investor TV. As always, hit the like button, subscribe, and please, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks, guys.